This is a landlord-tenant dispute. Mr. Hay, you were suing your former landlord, Mr. Masters, here for the return of your security deposit. Now, you rented a room in a house that Mr. Masters owned and also lived in, and you believed it was on a month-to-month basis. Now, he started acting weird, according to you, walking around nude in common areas, treating you nasty. You decided you wanted to leave. You provided him with 30 days' notice, but he never returned your security deposit. Now, you are suing here for $1,000 times 3, which you believe you're entitled to under California law. That's $3,000. Mr. Masters, you claim that Mr. Hay was the problem, that he was a bad tenant. And in fact, you claim that the lease was a 6-month lease that he broke. You say he owes you money, not the other way around. Mr. Hay, why don't you tell us, how did it come that you rented a room in Mr. Masters' house?
Zillow. And then I just called the number and he drove to me and just took me to his house. And then I just saw the house and I just signed the agreement.
And is your understanding that you were going to be renting one room?
Yes.
Mr. Masters, could you tell us a little bit about the house or the room that he was renting?
Just for clarification, Judge, I am not the owner. I am the renter and I sublet.
And you have a contract, a lease agreement?
Yes.
And that's one that you had in this case?
Yes, I sublet 2 rooms in the house.
Is this a lease that you prepared?
Yes, from the internet.
Okay. So what is your understanding as to the term of this lease?
Well, my understanding is that he wanted 2 months only originally. And I said, no, I'm sorry. I have to give you a 6-month lease. He was very happy to accept the lease because he was at an Airbnb.
Don't tell me if he was happy or not. Just tell me about the terms of the lease as you understood them.
My terms of the lease, I explained to him he would have to be there 6 months until July.
Okay. Do you see that section where it says term?
Yes.
On that term, it says, please check one item only. And there were 2 options, 1, month to month, or 2, it provided a space there where you can give an actual term.
That was my error, Your Honor, and I own it. But at the top of the lease, it says 6-month lease agreement.
But then when it says term, you don't put in 6 months. You chose to check the box month to month.
I made a mistake on, yes, I made a mistake.
And then if we go further where it gives you the opportunity where it says termination of this lease, it says can be provided upon the serving of a 30-day written notice.
My understanding was the implication of a 6-month lease was at the time of signing from January 23rd of 2025, and he would be there until July. I explained that to him in detail. He accepted it.
But you still acknowledge that there are 2 sections of this lease.
After it becomes a month-to-month.
Which contradict what you're saying. The one section where you check off month to month, do you know what month to month is?
Yes, sir.
What is it?
That there's no lease involved, that you have to stay there a specific time.
Until someone provides 30 days notice they'd like to leave. Okay? I'm going to pass this to Judge Tweldy.
Okay. So you moved in January 23rd, and you ended up giving a 30-day notice to vacate on March 9th. Why so soon? Why did you want to move out?
It's because his terrible behaviors.
Like what? Hold on.
Before I even signed this agreement, he already started to do something very weird. Like when he was driving me to his house, he already started telling me some dirty jokes. He exactly told me that you're probably gonna see my baby oil in my bedroom, and like in the summer probably I will wear no underwear because it's too hot.
This was on the first day of meeting him?
Yes, it's even before the agreement, and he also said, you can just
Wait, this is before you signed the lease?
Yeah.
Why did you sign the lease?
At that time, I have nothing here. I literally Googled what is Target, what is Walmart, how to take bus in US. So I have to have a place to live.
Okay.
And before I came here, I know nothing here. And people told me that people in America, they're open-minded and diversity, those things. I thought, okay, maybe this first American I met is just too interesting. And so that's why I thought it's just a joke. I didn't know that he's very serious about that.